Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the weekly mints video, and I'm over here on CNFT Radar, and there's only a few projects that I'm looking at personally that I am interested in this week. I don't think too much is actually going to be profitable, but there are at least 3 projects that I do think have some potential. Starting off, looking at OpenCNFT's market overview, we did see a tick above 1.2 million yesterday, and this was during Block is Hot's big investment group. Overall, we're still in a bear trend, and nobody is really buying anything too crazy, but we are seeing certain projects getting a little bit of love. You can see right now that Jelly Cubes are at an 840 floor price. These were going for 200 ADA just yesterday, and they've absolutely been skyrocketing in volume. The other projects that we see doing well are Aqua Farmers and Virtua. Aeonium Sky kind of, but we did see a floor drop as soon as that mint came out, as they haven't had a mint in about 2.5 months, but now they had their last mint and it was 55 ADA, so there is actually an Aeonium Sky below mint price, which I think is pretty cool if you're looking to scoop those up, not financial advice. Hungry Cows did not do as well as I thought they would. Maybe they make a comeback and start doing well later, maybe they don't. I don't know, but I was pretty bullish on these and I did think that they would do better than they did. And then the last thing I want to talk about before we jump into some mints is that Cardano is looking like it could potentially start to break out. We have seen this low back here. This was the 12th of May, and this was about 38 cents. And then we came down and we hit another low at 43 cents, so it didn't touch the bottom. And then again, we went just a little lower, 43 cents, 44 cents. And then over here, we hit 39 cents, but we never quite went to 38 again. And now we're starting to get this uptrend slightly. And this is important to note because if we are looking to invest into NFTs, the price will be based off of how well the underlying cryptocurrency is doing. So the last thing we can do is check out the overall market, and this is the S&P 500 or SPY, and we can see that it bottomed out at about 362, and now we're at about 395, almost that 400 range. And I do think if we could get above 400, that would be extremely bullish. Right now, we need to prove that we can continue this momentum and that it's not just a bull trap. Okay, so moving over to CNFT Radar, the only project I'm going to be looking at on this website at this moment is going to be Ragnorak Reptiles. I am also interested in Journey, but that is going to be coming in August 3rd, so I'll make that in the next video. For Ragnorak Reptiles, on August 1st for 80 ADA apiece, there will be 3,700 to mint. Starting off on the facts page, Ragnorak Reptiles is a sci-fi story inspired by Norse mythology, based on the planet of Repgard. The royalties for their Valkyrie NFT will be 18%, and their Season 1s will be going for 9%. If you do own a Valkyrie, you are also able to be whitelisted, so you can go over to their Ragnorak Reptiles Valkyrie in JPEG store, and you can pick one of these up for 18 ADA if you do want to guarantee yourself a whitelist. So they say the 18% royalty fee is to act as a deterrent to sell your Valkyrie. You earned the chance to be on our whitelist and received the NFT for free, so they don't want people to sell it to somebody else. The full 18% will be allocated to the Reptile Rewards prize pot for the first month. The 9% royalties from Season 1 secondary sales will be divided like this. 50% will be allocated to the ongoing Reptile Rewards prize program, 40% will be allocated to future project development, and 10% will go towards marketing, community competitions, and collaborations with other NFT projects. Talking about the Reptile Rewards, their RR will be a pot of ADA made up from 50% of the secondary market royalties. The pot will be used to purchase 177 prizes ranging from very expensive to ADA airdrops. They will be distributed amongst the community simply by holding. Basically, every single month they will select 177 wallets to receive prizes ranging from cars, watches, holidays, and gadgets to physical 3D models, Ragnarok merchandise, and ADA airdrops. Looking at some of their sneak peeks, you can see right here, this is an example of one of their reptiles, and this looks like a Darth Vader theme, so that's pretty cool. And then this one has some like neon goggles, maybe like a visor of some sort, some futuristic stuff. And then this one kind of reminds me of Ada Invaders a little bit, with like the spacesuit and the gun and such. You scroll down, you get this one with some goggles. Looks like they've been scratched and cracked throughout the years. That's pretty cool. I do like wear and tear on items. I think it makes it look way more realistic. This one, I don't know. I don't think I really like that one too much, to be honest. Overall, I really do like their artwork. I like these arms. I think I've seen it on another project as well, but I am a fan of these. Kind of remind me of like, what is it, Doc Ock from Spider-Man? But I think the artwork is very clean. It looks pretty good. We'll just have to see how they execute. Now checking out their team, they do have a completely doxed team, which I always love to see. So you have Harry here as the lead developer, you have Peter as the marketing and community lead, and then you have Joe as the project manager and story development. Taking a look at their roadmap, we are on phase 2, and this is where they're having their season 1 mint. Then they're going to launch their community DAO, do their monthly reptile rewards prize program, holders will get physical airdrops and merchandise, and then they will have metaverse land acquisition, so they're going to acquire some land, and then they're going to come out with their green paper. Moving on to phase 3, you're going to get your Odin airdrop, so this is going to be their token, $ODIN. Then there's going to be NFT staking and Odin utility for purchases. Season 2 artwork and storyline will be released, and a wider marketing expansion will be pushed. My original thoughts on this project is that I do think some of the artwork does remind me a little bit of Invada's, maybe a little bit too much, just with some of the gun traits and some of the cloaks, I think, but nothing too crazy. Like, I don't think the artwork is stolen. It just reminds me a little bit too much of Invada's, but also I'm changing up my strategy for minting again to where I'm only going to allow myself to mint 1 to 2 NFTs per week. And that's because we don't have enough volume to support every single project. So I think it's best to stick with the most popular and just ride that wave if it comes. The other NFTs are likely not going to get that wave if a more popular project minted in that same week. This, however, is only my strategy while we're in a bear market. If we do start entering into a bull market where a lot of projects are starting to do well again, then by all means I can change back to minting whatever project I think is deemable. Next up, we have NanoFrame's Pixl.Page. So their first mint window will be Wednesday, July 27th, 2022 at 11 a.m. However, this is adaptive time, so I'm going to add 4 hours for everybody else, which would be 3 p.m. UTC. There will be 16,000 of these Genesis NFTs. It will be whitelist only, and the deadline was July 20th, and the mint price is 80 ADA. You can mint unlimited per wallet, however the first mint window will be 1 NFT per transaction. So I will be explaining what this utility means, but we'll just cover it real quick while we're on the mint info. So you will get free lifetime access to all Pixl.Page premium features. You will be eligible to mint 2 free profile.links for Pixl.Page, token claim multiplier for utility token Pico, exclusive OG badge on Pixl.Page, discounts on nanoframes, and exclusive Genesis features on Pixl.Page. And I'm not sure if anybody still uses Daedalus. I definitely don't myself, but I used to heavily back in the day. However, this is a multi-signature mint, which means only DApp enabled wallets like Nami and Eternal can be used for minting. Also, no exchange wallets, of course, like Coinbase. That's a giant no-no. You will never get your NFT back. So remember guys, never do that. And last thing while I'm on the mint info page is that the artist is the Black Owls team. So you'll probably notice when I show you guys the art that it is 3D, it has a few moving parts, and it looks good overall in my opinion. And that is all thanks to the Black Owls team. Heading over to their website, they do have what they call their one.pager, and that's because this is a one-page document that explains a bit of their project. So essentially on their Pixl.Page, it explains to you that these are personalized pages with your NFTs, and it also gives you total freedom of what you want to show others without revealing the entire contents of your wallet. So let's say you want to show a few NFTs, but you don't want your friends to know that you have 20,000 ADA just sitting there, especially when you didn't pay the bill for last night's dinner. There's also going to be a lot of designs that you can use. So you'll be able to design your digital profile around NFTs and Web3, allowing you to freely customize your Pixl.Pages using NFTs and by leveraging the power of Pixl.Canvas and Pixl.Elements. Imagine a website connected to your wallets showing all your favorite NFTs, and you can design the background, freely arrange every NFT the way you want, and add countless design elements and plugins to really make the page your own. The earliest supporters will have the chance to get access to exclusive Pixl.Elements and receive personalized profile.links to access their pages. Even more, they will be able to claim their share of their utility token, PICO, for free, usable to unlock Pixl elements and tradable on exchanges. With Pixl.Social, we will give the community the opportunity to communicate and interact with other pages and their owners. Also, by buying one of these Genesis NFTs, you will have free access to all of these features on Pixl.Page, which include all design features to customize your pages, including custom backgrounds on your page, every plugin and tool connector showing your marketplace listings on your page as well, and then social features such as a chat, social feed, and more. non-NFT holders will have to purchase most of these features using the utility token. You will also be allowed to claim 2 free profile links. So the profile links are NFTs, so you can sell them as well. The number of letters your profile link can have is determined by the rarity of your Genesis token. So this is kind of similar to ADA handles. Holding a profile link NFT gives you full ownership of the Pixl.page. You decide what people see when visiting that page. Genesis token holders will be the first one to choose and mint these profile links. Later, your favorite profile may have been taken. You will also get an OG badge on your page, so people that visit your page will immediately know that you are a true OG. Some features and functionalities will only be available to Genesis token holders. Your Pixl.page will look a lot better than pages of non-holders. You will also have a utility token multiplier. Every Genesis token holder will be able to claim their utility token for free. The rarity of your Genesis token decides how many utility tokens you can claim. The utility token will be needed by non-Genesis holders to get access to certain features on their page. Additionally, there will be exclusive items with limited quantity that can only be obtained with utility tokens. And then lastly, of course, every Genesis token holder will have access to a discounted price for nano frame products. So now we're going to check out a little bit of their sneak peeks. And remember guys, all of this was made by Black Owls. So right here is their first one. And remember, there are rarities as well. So this is likely their emerald one or their green one. And it's just very smooth. It's not super crazy like you might expect from the Black Owls team, but it's definitely high quality 3D art that you definitely would expect from the Black Owls team. Now, for the very first mint, it will only be a supply of 1,000. Remember, there is a total supply of 16,000, but for this mint specifically, only 1,000 will be released. It also says that every whitelist wallet can mint in all 4 mint windows. The window you decide to mint your NFT in decides when you can claim your custom.links. If you mint in mint window 1, you will be the first in line to claim your custom.links during the claim period. Looking at the NFT details, Ruby is the most common and gives a 4 or more profile link. Same with Emerald and Sapphire. However, Emerald gives a 2x multiplier to the tokens, and Sapphire gives a 3x multiplier to the tokens. Opal then gives a 4x multiplier to the tokens and allows you to mint a 3+ profile link. The gold allows you to do a 2+ profile link, also with a 5x multiplier. And then finally, the most rare is diamond with a 10x and a 1+ profile link. Now, I do like this project. My first thoughts on it is that 16,000 is kind of a large supply. However, you can continue to use their utility token even if you're not a holder, which I really do like. However, you have a lot of holders, so there's going to be a lot of that token being earned, I'm assuming. And we're going to have to see if people really like it. We did have Ada Homes, which was kind of a different version of Pool.pm, and it didn't do the greatest. However, there is a bit more utility with this project, so I think it could do pretty well. I'm really curious to see how it plays out. And the last project that I'm super hyped about is Space Pugs Poker Club. So this is going to be a brand new NFT project within the Space Pugs community. This is going to comprise of 7,777 poker hands. Each starting poker hand will act as a membership into the future Space Pugs poker platform. This project will be minting on July 31st. 50 USD if you are for the whitelist, and 60 USD if it is during the public. Also, this pretty big announcement right here on the 22nd, they lowered their mint price. Originally, it was about $100, maybe a little bit more, and people weren't too happy with that, especially with 7,777 NFTs. So they talked with Cardano Crocs Club. They talked about when their starting hands and NFT checker/tournaments would be ready, and it was no earlier than September/October. So they felt like they would be charging all of this ADA up front, and they wouldn't be able to deliver on anything for another few months, which is how a lot of projects are actually formatted and cool with. But I guess they didn't like that method, and they also thought, well, if we cut ties with Cardano Crocs Club because it's not going to be ready soon enough, we can also lower the price. During this same announcement, they have announced their club utilities. So you'll be able to stake for the Pug chips. You'll get royalties that are 10%. You'll get 70% if you own 10 or more. You'll get 10% if you own one of the one-of-one special editions. You'll get 10% if you have a full hand, which I'll talk about later. And then lastly, 10% for the Salmon 5+. You'll also have access to full hand creation, monthly giveaways, and then Poker Now, there will be 3 tournaments per day, cash games for Pug chips, and sit and go games. The prize fund will be around $60,000, and the mint will be closed at the end of 24 hours public, regardless of how many have been minted. If we have any left, they will be minted at a later date. So this brings up some of the concerns that people had if they had 10 starting hands and they qualify for 1 share of the 70% royalties. What would happen if they ended up burning 3 of their cards? Because that will be something that you can do in the future, where you can burn some of your cards to receive a full hand. So it explains right here, you will receive a full hand in return, which counts as 4 starting hands. Now you will receive 1 share of the 70% in addition to 1 share of the 10% royalties for full hands. So owning 10 and then doing the 3 burn does sound like one of the best strategies to get consistent royalties. They also want to create their own poker platform. However, they did just cut ties with Cardano Crocs Club, so we're gonna have to see how they follow this up. Also, for their pug chips, you're gonna want to own these because they're going to be the way that you can enter tournaments on their platform. You can compete for cash games, enter giveaways, enter auctions, enter lottery, and fuse starting hands into a full hand like we talked about before. Over in their utility-chip section in their Discord, they go over all the utility of their poker chip. It says once a utility chip is listed on any marketplace, it loses all utility until sold to another active member, which just makes sense because it needs to be in a wallet to be able to send it in order to use it. It also won't be able to register in your wallet because it will likely be locked in a smart contract as well. Also, for Utility 2, there's 1 extra mint from Beefy Monsters Institute, which you will see inside his Discord. You have a new role called SP Utility Chip. If you do not have this role in the Discord, please open up a ticket and show proof of ownership. If you don't know, this mint is minting in October, so you do have some time. Utility 3, you get 500 Poker Club Pug Chip airdrop. You get a 100 Pug Chips for staking your utility chip. And then for Utility 5, your first starting hand fused to a full hand will be free. Otherwise, you will incur a fee to be paid in Pug Chips, and that fee has to be determined. Also, I just came into their Pug Chip listing section in their Discord where people do sell their Pug Chips for a certain amount of ADA. It looks like 0.25 is the going rate at the moment. And 1,000 pug chips will be required to fuse your starting hand, so they do have a amount to fuse those already in place. One of the only ways to acquire this utility chip is to head over to their utility chip section in their Discord and compete in one of these auctions. There is also a Space Pugs Alpha Holder Week for their poker league. And how this will work is there will be 2 separate leaderboards, one for the morning and one for the afternoon. These leagues will run for 6 games, a total of 6 days, so 1 game a day, and the champion of each league leaderboard will play each other in the heads-up match. The heads-up match will take place on Sunday at a time that works for both champions. So if you do win the heads-up match, then you are awarded your utility chip. Looking over at their staking mechanics, you will see that when you stake, you will get the special editions earning 50, the rank 1 to 100s at 40, 101 to 777 at 30, and then 778 to 2000 at 20, and anything under that will be 10. Also, the special editions will be airdropped 500, rank 1 to 20 will have 400, rank 21 to 100 will get 300, 101 to 777, 200, and anything below that will get 50. And then looking over at some of their sneak peeks, you do see one of the 1 of 1s as the pair of aces, and is all golded out with a gold space pug as well. So this is going to be a very, very nice NFT, and that will get you a bunch of those chips while you're staking and airdrops. However, something I was curious about is there's not like same suit benefits. So king, obviously you can't have same suit, but right here you have king and queen. And if they both have hearts, I thought maybe this would be slightly better because you have a higher chance of getting a flush. However, same suits do not play a part in their rarities. I really do like going through though and looking at all the projects that they've teamed with, like those AMAs, Lazy Llamas, Gentleman's Club, Mutant Dow, Ada Invadas, Creatures, Seal Society, Block is Hot, Outer Space Society, Seagulls, Frog Factory, Mad Dogs, Smooth Yeti Mountain Club. I'm not sure if Cardano Crocs is still tied in any way at all after they've kind of disbanded, but maybe. And then Thirsty Dog Crew. My initial thoughts on this project is that I think this is the best mint of the week. This is just my opinion, remember, not financial advice. Don't base anything off of me. However, they are going to stop the mint even if they don't sell out. And I also think combining that with a 58 a mint price is very, very fair. So this could do pretty well on the aftermarket as well. I don't know if people are going to hold and then maybe have like a dumping effect after the airdrop, but that's something you can't really control regardless. It's going to happen with any project that decides to do airdrops with any sort of token. It's going to happen with Clay Nation, you know, it happened with other projects, and it's okay. You know, the best of the best projects are still going to go through their fluctuations. But anyways, guys, that's everything I wanted to cover in this video. I know I only covered 3 projects this time, and I've actually been cutting it down more and more because I'm really trying to focus on what is going to have the best chance at making you guys money. This is just my opinion and just my attempt at that, though. It is not guaranteed. Remember, guys, to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.